all the content being used is created by this dude. But this is going to be like a little bit of a different one since it is Crash Bandicoot related, and I haven't bothered to make a Crash Bandicoot video in a fat minute. So I'm going to be talking about Crash Bandicoot on the Run, and yes, Crash Bandicoot, you know, alright, I'm going to be talking about both because I want to kind of get it in and talk about both and my experience with both, because I feel like, and also you're probably wondering, Alex, didn't you actually make this episode? Whatever happened to it? I actually did make this episode originally, and which was eons ago when the games were still loud, still fresh, so on, so on. But I lost the opportunity because I accidentally deleted the videos. Yeah, so you heard that right. I accidentally deleted both the my experience video for both games, and it was in one video. So I deleted that video on accident when this was gonna be originally like my experience episode. What? I think it was even before the 100s. I think it was gonna be in the 40s. But anyways, that's not the point. Let's talk about Crash on the Run. Yeah. So, Crash on the Run was like I remember when I first played Crash on the Run. You know, watching this gameplay. Yes, it is basically an auto runner, and but with the Crash Bandicoot flair to it. And of course, what was mobile gaming gonna do? What, create an actual Crash Bandicoot platformer? I mean, that would have been the coolest thing on the planet. I would have liked that. But it's basically your basic auto runner with a Crash Bandicoot flair. And yes, Chris, I know you sent me messages, and yes, I know, J Bro, you sent me messages. I haven't replied to them because I was gonna make some of my experiences back to back today. But Alan, what's up, Owen? How you doing? But yeah, like, and that's all you do in this game. Like, hold on, I want to talk about this because it's kind of important. But bosses, pretty much, you like run up, you throw certain things at them until they die, which makes boss battles like really repetitive in this game. But this game had like pretty much everything you would have wanted in a Crash Bandicoot platformer. I mean, I don't want to get into Crash Bandicoot's design, but this game, oh my god, I can't believe I'm talking about a fucking gacha game again. Oh my, or a game again like this, a mobile game. You know what? Also, can we just get Crash design? I remember a lot of people hated Crash's design, and Coco, I mean, she just looks similar to her Crash 3 counterpart. Just, what's up with that dome, though? What's up with that fucking forehead? Anyways, right? So the design of these two overall was just really fucking wonk. And I don't know, I got used to it. But like, I remember going into it really kind of like not feeling these designs. But I was so excited that we had a new Crash game, you know, that could actually be a Crash game for a while. And since this is actually, and I want to let you guys know this, this is the first Crash Bandicoot mobile game I've ever played. Alright? And I mean, I was around when the other ones came out, but like I wasn't a Crash Bandicoot fan when they came out. So like, I had no idea Crash Bandicoot Racing Mobile and all the canceled mobile games, you know, were all a thing until when I got into the franchise and clearly did some deep diving and deep searching, so on, into the franchise for a video or something, and I figured out those existed, or tier list stuff, well, yada, yada, yada. But this was the first retro game, or not retro game, this is the first Crash Bandicoot mobile game I've ever played in my life, and you know, its gameplay is fine, right? And I was pretty much dealing with it most of the time. Like, I was dealing with it. It was fun. For the first few weeks, it was one of the best Crash Bandicoot mobile games I've ever played, slash the only one I ever played, so it was the best one. Because, look, you're collecting Wampa Fruit like you do in Crash, you're destroying boxes, you're sliding, you're spinning, you're jumping, you're doing the usual platforming stuff, but after those first few weeks, this game started getting boring to me and very grind heavy. And I remember I mentioned this before too. Like, this is the main reason why I stopped playing this game. Hey Alan, I finished Pizza Tower. That's what's up, bro. My bad for not reading. It's just I kind of want to get this one out of the way so we can talk about Nitro Fueled. But the reason why, like, it got so grindy is because, like, you know, mobile games gotta have this type of thing where, like, we gotta make you wait real life minutes in order before you can play again. And I'm kind of like, I kind of like my games when I'm able to play them whenever I want, wherever I want, at my own pace, instead of being limited. And you're probably wondering, okay, Alan, where's the grind heavy aspect of the game? Because so far I'm only seeing the fucking beginning. The grind heavy bit in this game is where you got to start collecting items in order to unlock missions. Meaning you're staying in the same few maps 6, 7, 8 different times, grinding out enough of those materials to get to the next place. I don't want to fucking do that in a Crash Bandicoot game, alright? I'm an OG, okay? I like collecting crystals, Wampa Fruit, and fucking boxes. That's all I want to collect. Not all this other crazy shit this game has to offer. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what this game tried to sell you on, and sadly, you know, this game actually did manage to do crazy things by bringing back Crash Bandicoot characters that were dope, slash characters that really weren't in a Crash game before this one, and so on and so on. It was kind of a celebration of the series type of game, and also doing the multiverse thing with the different Crashes and different Cocos and the different Dingle Dials. But the weakness, like I said, of this game is repetition and so on and so on. Look, they even had the fucking time trials. Oh god, the fucking time trials for this game. They had time trials, and this was... Hey, Cortex, why is there an N on your head? You know, funny enough, why is there an N on Cortex's head? But, Alan, when your face gets into the camera and it looks like a ball intro from Punch-Out Wii, it kind of does, doesn't it? But, the time trials in this game pretty much were so toxic. Like, I pretty much just became right back to myself when I usually do these things, where like I'm just fucking angry 24/7, trying to get the best time, and so on and so on. And honestly, I think that's another reason why I left this game too, was it was just kind of reminded me of like Crash 4 and the other ones, where like it was just getting toxic, where I was just playing it every day nonstop. And I think I like also gave myself burnout, but like as the weeks went by, right, I was slowly realizing this game is just a repetitive fucking thing. And it's not even a fucking game. It's a fucking repetitive-ass thing to keep players on and all these little things. And the game was cool while it lasted, while doing these little events with different versions of the characters and so on and so on. But it couldn't keep my interest for long, because I'm waiting for an actual Crash Bandicoot platformer, not some pseudo Crash Bandicoot platformer like Crash Bandicoot on the Run was. And as you guys know, over a year ago, Crash Bandicoot on the Run terminated service, aka it died. So you can't even play this game anymore. And honestly, I was gonna come back to play this game one last time, but it just never ended up happening. And that kind of made me sad that I didn't get one last chance to play. Even if I didn't like the game anymore, I was gonna go back and be like, hey, you know what? let's give this shit a play. Let's play this fucking bitch. Let's do it.
Activision presents a smashing blast from the past. Fasten your seatbelts for a beat of recreation.
Crash Bandicoot or Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Where do I fucking begin with this game? I'm just going to talk about each and every single mode as quick as possible. Or not as quick as possible, but just kind of talk about each of them and so on, you know. All that. So, adventure mode in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled is like pretty much the story mode of the game, and the story mode is pretty much the same as the original game, where this alien motherfucker, I don't remember his name, wanted to make a parking lot, not even joking, off the planet that Crash is on. So they race to kind of beat the whole fucking thing. Okay. Local arcade is where the time trials are at, and let me show you like a live example of why I never did time trials, or I actually did, but like they never lasted long. I want to show you guys this. Alright, because some of these tracks with their time trials are fucking ridiculous. And I want to show you, like, this is Wampa Lewis's footage. So go subscribe to Wampa Lewis because I'm using his footage in this. This is the developer time trials, and this is what it's making him do, and he's usually a calm-ass person. I want to show you this. Just a little bit of this.
Oh, you fucking... Did I even touch that shit?
Look at this.
Thought I'd do some drift boost there to get some results.
And then you have to constantly keep your blue boost, and...
Fucking if I make it there!
But I wanted to show you a little bit of that because I would have been Wampa Lewis, but 10 times worse. And mainly that's because I'm going into Crash CTR Nitro Fueled as kind of a new player, right? So like I have little to no experience playing through the game. I remember buying CTR Nitro Fueled when basically me and Louie had $25 each. I think either my dad gave us or Lexi gave us. I can't remember the details of that, semantics and shit. And we went to the gas station. We bought some PlayStation cards. This is way before I had my Switch. So I was only being on the PlayStation 4. And I bought this game because I was like, I love Crash. I love Crash Bandicoot. And I want to support his franchise, you know, by racing it up. And since, you know, I didn't know that me and Louie were going to get a Mario Kart 8, a game that I would... Really the only kart racer other than this game you should be fucking playing, because all the other kart racers, so on and so forth, you know, me and Louie wanted to play, so I was like, okay, you know what, me and Louie will play this together, you know, I'm gonna get this game because it's multiplayer, and I have something to do on it, and, well, let's just say bosses like Ripperoo and friends really pissed me the fuck off, like, more so than ever before. Didn't Lexi give you Crash 4? Yes, she did. I can't forget about that, but Nitro Fuel's a little flimsy. This is also the bad thing about this game, is collecting those coins, which I don't even want to get into CTR challenge because it's stupid, but the time trial races. This shit sucks. Hey Alan, you should watch Wolfie Plays the first Crash Bandicoot game. Alright, I'll give it a watch. later. After this, I'm gonna do like Outlast 2, so or either Outlast 2 or something like that. Maybe even a Dragon Ball game to spice. You know what? We'll do a Dragon Ball game to spice it up. Fuck it. Why not give Louis the satisfaction, give him a Dragon Ball video, and give y'all a Dragon Ball my experience? That isn't a goddamn. Oh goddamn, that is loud as fuck. But yeah, just watching the platinum trials and trying to collect all the boxes is so annoying in this game that I remember raging so bad on Dr. Entropy's time trial one night that I immediately put the game down. I told myself, I'm not going through this, like, at the top of my lungs. Fuck this goddamn trashy piece of shit Crash Bandicoot game. And if you also remember in my one-off Crash Bandicoot or Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled video, I was actually gonna get my money back. Starting to piss me off now. Sorry, Chad. I had to put the tablet down or the phone down because freaking cat kept meowing and Pip wants in. But really, like, I screamed at the top of my lungs, man. And I wasn't, because I knew with this game that this game was going to be too fucking much. Imagine driving 3 laps around trying to keep that good time on your hands. You know what I mean? It kind of just feels like, in that moment, and by the way, I don't have this game physical. I only have it digital. So if you're wondering why it isn't snapped, or I haven't brought up why I snapped it yet, or so on, it's because it's a digital game. You can't snap a digital game. But if it was disc, I probably would have snapped it. But yeah, no, I was like done with this game. I immediately said, I'm done. I'm not playing this again. And I did end up playing it again, but it was with Louis. One time, he's out like a light, so Louis over there. But and thing is, when we played, I knew what to do. I knew how to drift a little bit, somewhat drift in this game, and Louis did not. This was his first time, but so I was teaching him, and I remember he was saying, "This is kind of not fun, Alan." Like, we were having fun on a race or two, and then after a little bit, we were kind of like, I kind of miss Mario Kart, Alan. As I'm racing, I'm getting it in, I'm like, you know what, Louis? I kind of miss Mario Kart too. This game's ass. Yeah, this game's kind of ass. And now if you're into, like, extreme kart racing, like, where you have to worry about a fucking gauge at the bottom corner where you're boost and keep your blue flame or whatever the fucking hell the people that are pros at this game use to race around the track. Whatever suits floats your boat, but I remember looking into that gameplay style and I immediately was like, I have to get this good in order to be really good at this game, or even do the time trials and platinum and stuff. I mean, some platinums you can do as chill as possible, but like, a lot of these other platinums are going to require you to master blue flames and master the track and level and layout design, and I just was not having it in this game. And since me and Louis already didn't like this game, and I was liking this game significantly less and less with each playthrough, that's also when it kicked in that I don't like Crash Bandicoot that much if he's not platforming, if he's not the usual platform character. I'm sorry, but Crash, for me, it has to be a platformer, otherwise I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? I will initially care, you know, but like, after this game, after Team Racing, I don't think I'm ever buying another Crash Racing game ever again. If it was Mario, fuck yeah, I'm down to do some racing, I'm down to do some golf, I'm down to do some fucking Mario bowling. I'm down to do literally anything with him, but like Crash, it's just not the same. And honestly, when I bought Team Racing, I thought I loved Crash the same as Mario, where I can do literally anything with him and I will enjoy my time. But no, I remember with this game, I also realized that, yeah, I'm just a Crash Bandicoot platform fan, because I didn't even buy the next game, which is Crash Team Rumble. If you guys remember that game, I didn't buy it. I didn't get it because I was like, no, I'm not interested in a multiplayer like Crash Bandicoot joint. I just want a platform as Crash with some time trials in there, somewhat, whatever, on platforming stages where I control the motherfucker. That's all I want. And that's why it ended up being the way it is. And Sonic, I think I'm down to do some Sonic. I haven't played much of the other Sonic games other than the platformers too, but that's where I realized Mario is just too fucking peak. Mario is the peakest guy, you know? Crash, this guy sucks in terms of racing, but like his racing game isn't shit. If you really love the idea of mastering your control and so on and so forth, you'll like this game. But me and Louie, we just prefer how Mario Kart does it. And that's why this game just kind of died off for us. And that's my experience with both of these games, you know? Like, it's sad because I ended up not really liking both of these games at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I thought I would really love these games. Like, I started to. You know, I initially liked these games, but as time went on, I just kind of disliked these games, and I just didn't really care. And for me, that's kind of sad, because the whole point of playing something is you're gonna like it, you know what I mean? Or test your boundaries and so on and so forth. But I still wish I got my money back from this, because it was $25 fucking that I could have spent on, like, I don't know, something on the damn PlayStation Store. But it doesn't really matter now, because everything I really love is over here on my Switch and Wii and stuff. You know, so... And plus, I can get the Crash Bandicoot games on my Switch, which is never fucking happening, because I want to stay far away from Crash on my goddamn thing. That's a PlayStation guy right there. But anyways, I'll be back again. We're going to do another stream, but it's going to be like on a Dragon Ball game. I think it's going to be on... What Dragon Ball game you guys want? Raging Blast 2? Tenkaichi 3? Like, what do y'all motherfuckers want, man? Like, in terms of a Dragon Ball game. Here, I'll even start a poll. Because I've played those games, and I know them back to back. Hold on. There. I got a poll right there for you guys. You know, like, what game would you guys want me to, like, generally talk about now? Because I know a lot of Dragon Ball games, man. The reason I haven't talked about them is because, I like video game characters that are mainly video game characters that have the spot. No, I'm just kidding. But, I'm kidding. Alright, we got, one vote, which is Tenkaichi from the boy, I think, Rene YT. So, I'm about to get that booted up. And then I don't have a thumbnail for it in comparison to... Oh shit, I completely forgot to put my thumbnail for... Well, actually, no. Why would I forget when I haven't put... Alright, but let me look up Tenkaichi 3. Louis might love this one. He probably would want to tag in with me, but maybe it's for the best that he did it, because he'll go a little crazy. You know what I mean? And I don't want him going a little bit crazy. We got Tenkaichi 2. Fuck no. And yes, I know Tenkaichi 4 is like the gacha game of the century, but You know, but Tenkaichi 3 is where everyone was like, oh, fuck yeah, you know? Did anyone make a full game about... Okay, yeah, I was 2 seconds. But, no, he doesn't show the fucking opening. You sinned. If you don't show the opening in your joint, you sinned. Oh my god, he doesn't show the opening. So I think I might have to find the opening and then immediately put it on. You know what I mean? Oh, this guy's peak. He actually has the opening. So, but anyways...